Hello there. Hello. My name's 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭. Welcome back to another Katawa Shoujo stream. This might be our last of actual gameplay Katawa Shoujo streams. But we'll see. We'll see. I have my noise gate up, like maybe a little bit too high. A little bit too high. There we go. Why does everyone hate 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭? Because she's been awful so far. Joshua, thank you. Howdy. Thank you guys all for stopping by. Sorry for the slight delay. I streamed just over on Twitch. And now I'm here. Need a little bit of time to set up, make sure everything is working. Grab a drink. Cool, Dustin, thank you. You need 100% Katawa Shoujo. I don't think I'm gonna 100% it. I think doing one route is enough. And then maybe I can talk to the writer of the Lily route, since they popped in the stream chats and stuff, and now I know their Twitter. Maybe it'll be possible to do an interview with them as like a buffer between. I don't know if they'd want to come on stream or anything, but can see what we can do there. Here's my Japanese name, thank you. I like these weekly streams. The refresher is handy. Caps off to you, 𝐶𝐶𝐶𝐶. Thank you. Speaking of refresher, so last time, or as a quick summary of everything that has happened so far, our main character has a heart problem. He gets transferred to a school for people with disabilities. He meets a bunch of really cute girls, including a girl named Lily, who is her class's representative. She is a blind girl. She's part Scottish, and we are locked into her route currently. We participated in the school festival, and we watched the fireworks with her, or rather, she listened to the fireworks as we watched with her and 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭, who is her friend. Yeah, part Japanese, part Scottish. And that's about it. We just recently went on a date with her out to the city, because currently the school for people with disabilities is kind of out in the middle of nowhere a little bit. Only like a small little village nearby. And so we went to the big city that I think we're originally from. And we hung out with her. We met her sister again. And we met her cousin. And we found out that her beef with the school president, student council president, 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭, is quite messy, because they are their families are entangled, we'll say. We don't really know how they're connected, but we know that 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 is, yeah, her cousin. So we don't, I don't, did they say like the exact family connection? Sophie the Black, thank you. Yo, I just heard you got canceled again. That makes, what, 9 times? 10? You learn to stop keeping count after a while. They sort of just happen and you're like, oh. Okay. Also had 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭's birthday party. Yeah, we ended off right at 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭's birthday party. Right at the end there. It's hinted at in 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭's path. Lily explains it more in 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭's path, gives the full story. The full history. It means nothing. Yeah, canceling means nothing. Most of the time. Canceling only matters if you care. Most of the time. Back to the game. Katawa Shoujo. If you would like to watch the previous parts, you can find a playlist in the description. If there are any other future episodes, you will be able to find it in the description playlist. If you are new here and not sure how you got here and want to go watch part 1 before participating in this, you can click the playlist. Hmm. You do get a much fuller picture of the girls once you do all the routes. It just takes so long. I think it's fine to do one route and then we can hop to another game. There's some visual novels, right? If you take the time to do all the routes, it's like a minimum of like 20 hours. And it's like that's okay if you're playing it on your own time and you're kind of like burning through it more quickly, but it takes me like twice as long because I'm reading everything out and stopping to read super chats every so often. Oh no, thank you. She's Nate being Lily's cousin makes their rivalry understandable, but that doesn't justify the way she treated 𝐒𝐚𝐭. Nope. And Blizz, thank you. Pippa, I'm always amazed at how inventive and creative you are. Oh, I don't think so, but thank you. You're a great variety streamer and think you're closer to an idol than you think. Well, I appreciate it. Those are very kind words. Very kind words. One route is good enough for streams, at least for now. Yeah. We might cycle back. Or if there's like ever a new version released, maybe we can cycle back and try a different route. But for now, one route's enough. Alrighty. Our first save file is from February 23rd. It's been almost... Well, I guess it's technically been over a month. I guess technically it's been over a month because February is shorter. But... Or, wait, how does that work? I don't know. We started on February 23rd, and today is February 22nd. It's basically been a month. It's basically been a month. But, yeah. February 23rd, February 29th, March 8th, March 15th. Now we return on March 22nd. Is this gonna span 3 months? Are we gonna have another Katawa Shoujo stream, but in April, I wonder? We'll see. We'll see if it stretches out that long. Lucky Tamaki, thank you. Oh, I don't know why I closed out of that. Alright, let's go. Okay, quick recap again. We're in 𝐒𝐚𝐭's and Lily's room. They share a room. 𝐒𝐚𝐭 helps Lily, I think, right? With like, or no, maybe I think Lily does. Lily probably does everything herself, right? Right. It was the two that live together are the girl with no legs and the girl with no arms. They don't live in the same. Oh, okay, they don't share a room. 𝐒𝐚𝐭 is a guest here. Wait, was this? The rooms were next to each other? No game audio. There's been no game audio this entire time? You guys didn't get to hear the lovely music? I was just chatting into the void. Well, now it's dead quiet. Now there's no sound in the game at all. Fully telling the all cancellation means is people who don't like you and we're never gonna watch your streams anyway are not gonna watch you harder. Oh no. Oh no. People who didn't like me and weren't going to like me still don't. Oh no. I guess I'll survive. Now there's like no sound at all. Now there's like, wait. There we go. There we go. Okay, am I Shizune? I can't hear anything. Wow, very insensitive, bro. Very insensitive. How do you do it, Pippa? I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard. We're not here for gangsta. Anyways. Oh, let me... There we go. Oh, bubblegum, thank you. You'll have no idols before Pippa, saith the Lord. Still no music. Yeah, there's still no music. There's no in-game music right now. Music volume down at a minimum. Wait, did I turn it all the way down? Yeah, there's just no game music right now. We gotta... But you muted it. I don't think so. There was music. You know what? Just wait a second, chat. Just wait a second. Let's see. Phew, that was good. I can... That's not reverb. Oh yeah, it is. There we go. I contentedly sit back, both Lily and 𝐒𝐚𝐭 looking just as satisfied with the food as I. It took some effort, but we managed to finish off the cake in one go. I don't think I could fit any more in. I think next time I'll buy a smaller cake. My voice just does not sound right today. Hanako and I give a chuckle, and I can't help noticing that, come this time next year, we'll have graduated from Yamaku. That fact is somewhat depressing, since I finally feel as if my life is starting to get back into some kind of order. Idly looking around Lily's neat and orderly room, her books catch my eye once again. This may be a little impetuous, but my curiosity gets the better of me. Besides, I don't think she'll mind in any case. Hey Lily, do you mind if I take a look at one of your books? You are quite welcome to, 𝐒𝐸. That said, if you can overcome 2 language barriers, I will be quite impressed. 2? Braille and... oh, right, English. She gives a nod. I knew you were studying English, but I'm still amazed that you're this proficient at it. One could say it's a perfect way to avoid people borrowing my collection. She says it in jest, but I'm a little disappointed. Having all these books around me, with no way of reading them, feels like one big tease. Hanako giggles quietly as I reach over the closest pile, looking the topmost book with only a cursory glance. Death on the Nile, in large letters on the cover, is the only printed text to be seen. I sit down for a while with the book open on my lap as Lily and Hanako talk. As I might to feel out the dots of braille printed on each page, they seem to blend into one another and become indistinct. I thought this to be a lot easier than it actually is. With some practice, though, I could see someone with a better sense of touch than mine managing to read at a pretty fast speed. Noticing a silence that had probably begun earlier, I look up from the dotted pages to see Lily smiling as Hanako sips another cup of tea. Is something wrong? Quite the opposite. Your curiosity is quite endearing. I am inordinately pleased by the phrase, though I can feel my cheeks heating up a little. Thanks, but I don't know how else I could act. I wonder what that actually said. Yeah, I wonder what that actually said as well. Is there anybody that can read Braille digitally? I can translate? To be honest, I wasn't altogether sure of how you saw us, since you're a new transfer student from another school. If you'd pitied us, I would have been quite offended. There's a certain edge to Lily's voice, one that I quite possibly place as pride. Glancing over to Hanako, she seems even more subdued than usual, looking towards Lily rather than me. I wouldn't worry about that. Considering the position I found myself in, I'm perhaps the last person that should be dispensing pity on others. But he does it. He's done it multiple times. Am I crazy? Or maybe pity's not the right word. You know what? Maybe he hasn't pitied anybody. Braille in bio. Oh my god. He has? He has, Lamau? I thought he has. I definitely thought that he had. I thought even towards Lily he had. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. My parents' first interactions with me after my heart attack, I wouldn't want anyone to see that kind of face. I catch myself from going any further, but not soon enough. Both of the girls seem to be put off, Lily especially. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gone that far. An awkward silence reigns for a few beats, thankfully ended as Lily's head perks up in a gesture I've come to easily recognize. Hear something? The door. Everyone looks towards it, trusting in Lily's senses. True enough, the door handle shudders and turns, a flash of yellow and black slipping through. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a flashlight. With Ren, he even said he did. Ah. This bastard. This bastard. A quick happy birthday, Briswin! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! You and Hanako share a birthday. What voice did I do? A flashlight. Well, yeah, because it says a flash of black and yellow or something like that. A flash of yellow and black slipping through. So I thought it was like, oh, the black of a flashlight handle and yellow, like, light. I don't know. A bee? Yeah, a bee. Akira Sato is in the house. Happy birthday, Hanako!
Thank you.
Akira takes a seat at the table as she plops her tall bag beside her. She has her trademark boisterous air about her, making no small deal of her entrance. Hanako clutches her gown to steady herself, but doesn't appear too shaken after she settles down. I guess she must have met Akira before. Not a huge surprise given how close Akira and Lily are. Akira doesn't seem to be the least bit put off by Hanako's scarring, despite its prominence, but she also doesn't pull any punches in how she acts despite Hanako's shy nature. I thought you said you'd have to work, Akira. Did you manage to get off for a while? Kinda. I feel bad about ditching the guys doing overtime, so I gotta get back soon. But I felt kinda bad about not coming over to your cute little Hanako's birthday too. So, for now, I'm here. She grins widely at Hanako, who flowers into a full blush as she pins her eyes downwards towards her lap. Her mouth seems to widen and retract over and over, as if she was trying to suppress a smile out of embarrassment. A little blush! A little blush while she's in a nightgown! Cute! That's so cute! Akira's got that riz. It's a little strange how her reaction seems to be more immediate and forceful than when she's embarrassed by the way she looks. All she manages to give in return is a tiny nod, failing to hide her appreciation to any great extent. Not that many people give her positive attention, I suppose. It makes me respect how well Akira can handle her, making her so happy compared to what little I could do. Now then, before I go... She reaches into her bag beside her and grandly displays its contents. Out come 2 large glass bottles, both with long French names on the labels. Hanako's expression is an odd mix of surprise and curiosity, and I suspect mine's no different. Lily, not seeing the proceedings, is oblivious to what's going on.
Akira, this isn't...
What is it? Wine? Oh, wine! 1 red, 1 white. Akira, that's...
Relax, relax! It's not like Shizune's here to scold you.
Lily has a point. That's not exactly allowed on campus. Come by! Or anywhere, really. We're still short of the legal drinking age, remember?
Wait, what's the legal drinking age in Japan, chat?
What's the legal drinking age in Japan? I thought it was... Oh, it's 20. For some reason, I thought it was like 16. It's 20. Oh. Huh. I'm surprised it's so high. Figured it was 18. Oh, that's England. England is 16? 16 in Germany. Ah. It's 18 in Oz and Europe? What is OZ? Oz? Uzbekistan? Is that a country?
Rich words for someone practically drooling as he examines a bottle.
She got me there. I am genuinely interested in trying some, even just a little. While Hanako may not be handling one herself, her look does tell me that she's far from opposed to the notion as well. Oh, OZ equals Australia. What the hell? Oz equals not Kansas. Oh, I was thinking like... There's like that movie called... Oh, what's it called? It's like Back to Oz? Or the... What's the... It's like The Wizard of Oz, but it's like a musical. Return to Oz. It was about Australia all along. Lily rubs her forehead, giving up the fight that she knows Akira would win due to simply not caring enough about those funny rules and regulations. The Wiz. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of The Wiz. Why did I think it was called Oz? I don't know. Just don't breathe a word of this to anyone in the school, please. I beg of you.
I'm not stupid, don't worry. That said, I gotta get back to work pretty soon.
So soon? But you only just arrived.
Sorry, Lily. Good to see you two again, though. And you, Hisao.
See you later, then.
Goodbye, Akira.
So fast. Look at my Kira never sticks around. It's part of her personality, I guess. She levers herself up with a grunt and waltzes out of the room, leaving us alone with the 2 items on the table. Wait, so we're gonna have to dispose of the contraband after? How are we gonna throw this away without getting narked on? Interesting. Lily gives a nervous giggle at her sister's antics as Hanako takes a wine bottle.
So,
What do you think, Lily? Opaque trash bags. She rests her elbow on the table and pinches the bridge of her nose, thinking things through. She really doesn't seem to be able to keep up with her sister.
oh, happy birthday, Arnold!
Well, it's already here. We may as well have some. No sooner does she say it that I take a quick glance around the room for glasses. There are no glasses. You have to pass the bottles around. And then you spin the bottle. A small groan above me reminds me that Lily retired to rest on her bed for a bit a few minutes ago.
She's wasted.
Almost completely drained of energy, I managed to stand up and drag myself to the side of the bed, sitting down and leaning my back against it. Wait, he actually is drunk. I don't know if she's drunk, but he's drunk. He drank it all. Good God. Ugh. Lily's groan sounds lifeless. Too much to drink? My head hurts. Yeah, too much to drink. I rest my head back and idly stare at the ceiling. What an unmitigated disaster. Like proper idiots, we all drank the night away with one glass after another. Hanako simply fell to the side asleep, and it's a miracle I don't feel as ill as Lily. Isao. I'm sorry about today. I didn't think this would happen. It's fine, Lily. To tell the truth, I had a lot of fun today. Really? I think Hanako did too. No, she certainly did. There's a short silence before another groan resounds from the supine Lily. You okay? As you said, I just drank too much. What's the time? The time? It's... I quickly look at my wristwatch, its numerals barely legible in the gloom. About midnight? Curfew's in effect then. Yeah, guessed as much. We'll all have to sleep here for the night. As soon as I say it, I hear the sheets moving as Lily starts to sit up. Hanako. No! Go back to sleep. Don't try to get up. Isao, I have to. You're in worse shape than me by any stretch. Get some rest. But what about... I'll grab some spare blankets and put them over her. Don't worry. As I give a deep yawn and stand to retrieve them, I hear her lie back down with a soft thud. Thank you, Isao. No problem. It's the least I can do. You look outright wasted. I'm not wasted. Just a little bit... tired. She starts pouting, a slight slur beginning to distort her words as the alcohol takes hold of her again. I grab a couple of blankets rolled up at the end of her bed. Quietly walking over to Hanako, I carefully lay the blankets over her peacefully sleeping figure, making sure not to wake her up. The thick smell of alcohol coming off her breath makes me doubt she'd wake up no matter what I did, though. I stand and take one last measure of the room. 2 girls, both very drunk, and one guy sleeping overnight with them in the female student's dorm. What a scandal that'd be if it broke out. As I move to sit back down at the side of the bed, I steal one last glance at Lily. Her sprawling, disheveled figure lies resting peacefully, slightly turned to the side. I crouch down to get a better look.
Cute! She's so small. I want to wrap my arms around her. She's so cute. She's so cute, chat. Oh my god. She's so cute.
Watch her sleep. I'm just gonna stare at her. Her white skin blends in with the white pillow of the bed, a look of slumber-born peacefulness on her face. Usually, she seems so confident and forward, always there and caring for Hanako. Now, though, she seems painfully delicate. I think back to Hanako's presence. I thought it'd be a nice occasion for her, but I'd hardly expect it to be so moving. One birthday after another, year after year. Just she and Lily, all alone. I guess it wasn't just the presents she liked. Resigning myself to an uncomfortable sleep, I sit down at the side of the bed once again and rest my tired arms beside me. Hey, 𝐒𝐴𝐜. Lily's voice is so quiet I can barely hear it. She must be on the verge of sleep. Yeah?
Cute cat!
Oh. Thank you. Thank you? For what? For being here. That's okay. As I hear a deep breath, it's obvious Lily's gone to sleep. After closing my eyes, it doesn't take long for slumber to take me as well. I should have taken a Claritin. That's what I should have taken. I went outside today.
My drugs! I didn't take a Claritin. It should have been me, not him.
𝐒𝐴𝐜? 𝐒𝐴𝐜, are you? The soft, barely audible voice lingering in my ear slowly wakes me. I wish I could be awoken like this more often. With a mumble, I slowly open my... Wow! Taken by surprise at the face hovering curiously mere millimeters from mine, I make our heads collide with a harsh thud. The impact of our foreheads causes both of us to fall backwards and yelp in pain, Lily sounding more like a squeak toy than a person. Ow! 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 I slowly rub my forehead with one hand, supporting myself with the other. Lily lies a few feet ahead doing just the same, her face obviously pained. Owie bonked her! She was sniffing us. She was sniffing us, chat. Don't trust a woman that sniffs you in your sleep. Sorry, your face was kind of close and I acted on reflex. You okay? My head. It seems she's not actually okay. Come to think of it, I doubt that impact alone is what's causing her head so much pain. Hangover? You drank a fair bit last night. She silently nods in confirmation as I lever myself up. I offer a hand to her and help her back onto her feet. Glancing behind her, I find that 𝐴𝐻𝐿 is still fast asleep. It's not fair. I only drank as much as you did. That's very different from what I remember. And anyways, girls have a lot lower tolerance than men. That doesn't help. Fine, I'll get you a glass of water. Just be careful not to trip over 𝐴𝐻𝐿. I rub the sleep out of my eyes, or at least some of it, as I walk to the counter. Tending to someone with a hangover isn't the way I'd like to spend a morning. It only takes a few seconds for the glass to fill, clear water reflecting the sliver of light that makes it through the thin curtains. It looks like Lily's taken a seat on the side of the bed. I walk over to her while taking care to step over the peacefully sleeping 𝐴𝐻𝐿 and place a glass into her outstretched hands. Thank you. No problem. I take a seat next to her, the soft bed having a surprising amount of give. She drinks slowly and methodically. A long silence passes with only 𝐴𝐻𝐿's soft breathing to be heard. With some measure of guilt, I look at Lily's face and attempt to read her expression. Her brow is furrowed and she looks to be lost in thought. For a moment I hesitate, but eventually place a hand on her shoulder in an attempt to reassure her. I didn't expect her to flinch rather noticeably at that, though. Sorry, I didn't mean to... Lily quickly shakes her head, in a manner somewhat more violent than usual for her. She takes a long breath to steady herself before letting her head sink. I must look terrible right now. I move to protest, but quickly realize that it would be futile to do so. That said, I want her to open up more. If you want to talk about anything, I'm here. Lily gives a self-deprecating snort, as if to mock her own emotions. There's just a lot happening right now. I'm sorry for being so strange recently, especially back when we were in town. Even now, I'm a bit confused about everything. Believe me, I know how that feels. She smiles wistfully, resting a cheek on the backs of her fingers. We're a couple of broken young fools, aren't we? Come on, don't say that. Come graduation, we'll be back out into the real world. The real world? Sometimes I surprise myself with the way I think about things. I guess the strange, divorced feeling of Yamaku and the surrounding town compared to the outside world still hasn't become natural. Maybe it never will. It's strange in hindsight. Being isolated from society like this doesn't feel as bad as it probably should. A wry grin on her face, Lily seems to share the same sense of amusement at the idea. Eventually, though, her smile drops. I'll be going back to Scotland for a week or two soon. Is that why we had to reschedule Hanako's birthday party? She gives an affirmative nod. You'll be able to see your family again, at least. You're not looking forward to it? I haven't met my family in 6 years. I don't even know how to act around them anymore. Wait, what? My mouth hangs open as I try to process what she said. If she's 18, that means she'd have been only 12 when they left. I may have seen very little of my parents, but with them both working long hours, but that's... I feel utterly useless as I struggle to find some way to respond. That's... But why? Why did they leave, or why are they inviting Akira and me back? Both, I suppose. My father's business has its headquarters in Scotland, and an executive position became available for him there. In the end, he had to move permanently. My mother followed him, but Akira and I stayed in Japan for the sake of both Akira's job within the Japanese branch of my father's company, and my education. As for the latter, one of my aunts is gravely sick. I'm sorry. Don't be. It feels strange, really. We're being summoned there for her, yet we've barely met before. I can't even remember the sound of her voice. Equally strange is the total lack of antipathy she feels towards her family for doing such a thing. I can't help feeling slightly humbled. That said, her wistful exterior is just hiding her emotions. Seeing her like this is depressing. Knowing what to do, I lift myself off the bed. Lily notices the bed's movements, her head perking up and her hand reaching sideways to feel where I was. Isa? I walk over to my bag, still leaning against the wall, unbuckling the front flap and retrieving the opaque bag from within. I take the small, plain box in my hands. Hold your hands out, Lily. Oh, her arm actually moved! She looks surprised for a moment, but eventually acquiesces. Aww. Aww. I'm amused by her look of curiosity when I place the music box into her open palms. Her typically delicate way of handling it makes it seem as if it were fragile enough to break if breathed on. She wordlessly brings it in front of her face, her slender fingers feeling out its contours and patterning. Eventually, her fingers find the recessed line between the lid and the body of the box, and her thumb effortlessly pops open the lid. I take a seat on the bed next to her, watching her face silently and intently. She sits completely motionless as she listens to the diminutive tinny melody, her mouth just slightly open. She gets a splitter now! It takes a long while before she closes the lid with a small snap, bringing the curtain down on the miniature performance playing in her hands. The smile on her face, gentle and wistful, shows that I made the right decision. Think of it as a going-away present for your trip to Scotland. I will. A restless shuffling can be heard from the floor in front of us, the sound having awoken Hanako. She climbs out of the blankets I put over her, looking befuddled and wiping the sleep from her eyes. I see you're finally up. Huh?
What?
Hanako looks around the room with her eyes only half open, her mind far from being as awake as her body. Her dazed state makes me and Lily chuckle. As Lily gets off the bed and tends to Hanako, I take one last look around the room. I guess I better get going then. There'll be questions if I'm seen leaving the girls' dormitories in the morning. Goodbye, 𝐒𝐸𝐲.
Oh, goodbye.
I stand and walk to the door, picking up my somewhat lighter bag along the way. After I leave the room and enter the hallway, though, I hear Lily's footsteps behind me. What's wrong? Without a word, she strides up to me. I freeze as I feel her hand slide onto my cheek, seemingly every nerve taking in the feeling of her fingers and palm upon it. Immediately after, her face slowly moves next to mine, a light, momentary touch of her lips brushing against my other cheek. For a moment, everything seems to stand still. I absent-mindedly bring my fingers to my cheek, as if to try and recapture that fleeting feeling. Lily. We're basically married. When you think about it. We're pretty much due to be wed. The music box was like a engagement present. That's my way to thank you, 𝐒𝐸𝐲. Thank you for your present. Have a nice day in school. And with that, she disappears behind her door and gently closes it. The muffled voices of her and Hanako audible through it as much as they were yesterday night. I think I'd be hard-pressed not to have a nice day after that. We are pregante. Pregnant. I walk away with a certain spring into... Sorry. Pregnant. Pomegranate. It was so cute! Hanako was just watching in the cuck chair. No, she was asleep. She was asleep. And she woke up all cutely. That's because you anything cute. They shotgun weddings in Ireland. Well, she's not from Ireland. She's from Scotland. Get it right! Don't you disrespect my wife! Don't you disrespect my wife! I walk away with a certain spring to my step. I think there were some people around that glanced at me emerging from the girls' dormitory building, but I find it difficult to care. Oh my god. Oh my god.
𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸
me alone.
Come on, Hee-chan.
Let me sleep. After 2 nights of not being able to sleep at all, the last thing I want is to be woken when I finally manage to. It may be the last period of class, with a textbook as my pillow, but I'll take whatever sleep I can get by this point.
See, Hee-chan? Even Shee-chan wants you to get up.
I don't care what 𝐒𝐿𝐴 wants. Leave me alone. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. Face flowering and sitting bolt upright and staring at the shouting fool who was sleeping just moments before. I let my head smack down on the table with a noticeable just trademark uncontrolled laughter from mournful eyes to the... She carefully adjusts her glasses and a look of serious narrowing the badly hidden across her face. Oh. Huh? Drop frame. What? ISB. We still gone? We're back? Okay, I'll rewind a little bit. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened there. Everything was green on my end, but it does say some dropped frames. I don't know if that was during that moment.
Oh, Pink Woman broke stream. The Pink Woman killed the stream.
It's choppy. We're kind of back.
Arclight, thank you for the 5 KPPs. Thank you, thank you.
Huh. ISP dying and skipping dialogue.
No, my ISP shouldn't be dying.
Not back. Is it skipping? Dead again? YouTube hiccup? Oh, it's on YouTube's end. Man. Stable now? Can't handle 2 Pink Women. Yeah, 2 Pink Women is too much. All of YouTube lagged for a second. Huh. So thank you. That was YouTube that died. Nothing loaded. Ah. It happens. It happens. It's not the end of the world. We're 1 minute behind. Curse of the Pink Lady. YouTube's lagging really bad today. If it happens too much, I might have to end early, but it's probably just like one hiccup. I can't handle the drills. It says you're 20 seconds behind. Because that'll get really annoying if YouTube's just dropping every so often. But the entire YouTube hiccup, and probably just a hiccup on YouTube's end. We'll be fine. It went down earlier? That's a bad experience? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go a little bit back. Wait. How far back? Maybe here? Maybe here, chat? Here? This is fine? Okay. I'm up! You don't have to... I can feel my face flowering into a scarlet red blush. The students still in class are sitting bolt upright and staring at the shouting fool who was just sleeping moments before. Damn it. I let my head back down on the table with a noticeable thud. Misha's trademark uncontrolled laughter reverberates through the classroom. As I turn my mournful eyes to the bespectacled 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐬 beside her, she carefully adjusts her glasses, desperately trying to maintain a look of serious disapproval. Narrowing my eyes, I can see the badly hidden grin spreading across her face. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭. 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐬 looks away quickly as she crosses her arms tightly, barely on the edge of her control. Misha's laughter doubles in volume as she glances at 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐬. All I can do is drag my hand down my face in resignation. You too.
Who was the one who slept in class, 𝐸𝐡𝐚?
Yeah, it was me.
Poor 𝐸𝐡𝐚 was having a fit trying to wake you, weren't you?
I move my eyes back to the standoffish 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐬, who, with a single huff of her confirmation, returns to looking away with her arms crossed. Why was 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐬 trying to wake me up?
𝐸𝐡𝐚 wanted to give you the handouts the substitute teacher gave out while 𝐸𝐡𝐚 was sleeping.
Handouts.
Ah!
I suddenly find 2 sheets of paper thrust down in front of my face. Following the hand holding them, I see the still pouting figure looking down at me with a distinct scowl. I guess I really am in the wrong here. Sorry about that. No dice. Her irritated face still holds. I clasp my hands together and flick my head downwards in apology. Very sorry? She huffs simply and drops the papers on the desk. Man. I look over my hands to see 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐬 and Misha signing frantically to each other. A look of frustration on 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐬's face. A homework jump scare. It looks to be less of a dialogue and more of a tirade, punctuated with sidelong glances at me. To say it's unsettling is an understatement. Wait, this suddenly got serious. Why did this suddenly get serious? Before it was just like silly. Now they're actually going at each other. Yeah, they're gossiping. She's naked. Smell Lily's marking on you. We smell like her cologne, bros. Cologne? I think I might be the only girl that wears cologne. For those of you who don't follow on Twitter, my perfume that I use is Añejo or Bañejo, something like that. I forget the exact name. Hold on. It's right here. It's right here. Bless Tom creature. Shut up. Hold on. It is.
I hurt my ankle and I don't know how.
Añejo. You aren't? I think we should normalize girls wearing cologne. Just because. Because some of that shit smells better. I like Bath and Body Works perfume. But this I don't know. Añejo, it had like more of a layered scent that caught my eye. Yeah, if it smells good, why not? Yeah. Here. One step breaks ankle. I don't know what I did. I think I like accidentally stretched it too much or something. I don't know. We need more cologne with whiskey scents? Well, I could cut your nose. Okay, true. The two suddenly stop signing and look at me in unison, both having exactly the same look of disapproval. In one fluid motion, Misha's hand suddenly extends high above me and comes rocketing down. Before I can even hope to react, my head is sent bouncing up and down like a jack-in-the-box. I quickly bring my hands to my head, more out of reflex than actual pain. Ow! What was that for? I open my eyes to see the two grinning at each other while exchanging an enthusiastic thumbs up.
Ch-chan says she forgives you now, Ch-chan.
Could you forgive me with a little less force next time?
Oh, yeah, thank you for the raid, thank you.
I look at the two with a blank face. Oh, with a blank face. Misha and 𝐒𝐿𝐴, 1. 𝐒𝐸𝐽, 0.
Oh, Ch-chan.
Wait.
Oh, Ch-chan also says that you should check your student mail more often.
Student mail? You had student mail? You had student mail?
I hope you had a good stream, you know! Right now we're playing Katawa Shoujo. If you'd like to start from the beginning, you can click the playlist link in the description. She produces a bright yellow envelope and hands it over with an exuberant grin. Strange. Who could have written me a letter? Now is not the time, and most definitely not the place to find out, though. Wait, it said sunflower on it? I was gonna say, didn't we see like in the MV, in the little animated sequence, Lily standing around? But I think that was just like a regular field. I don't think that was a sunflower field, was it? I don't think that was a sunflower field. Maybe this is from our parents? Oh, we did see a patch of sunflower. Ah, dynamic doodle thinking the male allegations get stronger every day. Ah. Giving up on the nap so cruelly stolen from me, I rub my forehead and slowly get up, putting the sheets and envelope in my bag before swinging it over my shoulder. I take a step back and move to depart with a small bow, while Misha clutches her sides laughing and 𝐒𝐿𝐴 nods back in a curt farewell. I join the flow of students exiting the open door and turn the corner into the hallway, only to end up face to face with 𝐴𝐚𝐭. Whoa! Hey, 𝐴𝐚𝐭. Good afternoon, Isa.
Silence falls between us as busily chatting students pass us by. She's fidgeting constantly, her eyes drawn to her rather unremarkable footwear. I take the bridge of my nose in my fingers while I blink my eyes heavily in an attempt to make things seem clearer. I'm barely staying awake as it is. 𝐴𝐚𝐭, you want to say something. What is it?
I wanted to give you this.
She holds out a small rectangular piece of paper. I blink again to make out the text through barely open eyes, slowly starting to make out what's written. Ah! Did you just give me your shopping list? Eggs 2, bread loaf 1, whole grain cereal 1, time 1. Shopping list? I look upwards, raising a brow.
I usually go shopping with Lily, but can't come, so...
Oh. You want me to run errands for you?
It's okay if you don't want to. I just thought that maybe,
She's panicking. I sigh. Yet another battle lost, though this time by a weakly fought surrender. I smile tiredly and rest a hand on her head to calm her down. It's fine. I was gonna go anyway. Just the stuff on this list? She nods, then bows deeply, twice, as if to make her gratitude perfectly clear.
Movie. We're going to meet outside the school gates at 6. Thank you. I was going to get it, but I need to study for the test tomorrow.
Test? Ah, that's right, science. How are you doing with it? She brightens ever so slightly.
I've been spending more time on it than before. I think I can do okay.
Good work, then. She, too, starts smiling, and much more earnestly than I at that. I have full confidence that I can do fine in it without any extra studying, but the fact that she's putting in the effort instead of just reading in the library is heartening. Now I'll grab your stuff and take it down to the dorm in the evening. See ya. With a small wave, we part ways. I'll go do my homework before meeting Lily. I should be able to take care of it in time. Wrangling with a particularly complicated math problem has caused me to be a little bit late for my meeting with Lily. Only a couple of minutes, but enough to make me step smartly out into the courtyard and to the school gate. I make a right turn and start my way towards the small town below, leaving a few students turning the other way to the bus station. I slip my right hand into my pocket as I walk in the orange sunlight of dusk. Is it just me or did the writing style change a bit? Am I crazy? Am I overanalyzing? Maybe Hanako writer. I don't know. Yes and yes. I think that's the writer, maybe. Yeah, remember this moment. Remember this moment. I don't know what part we're at. What part are we at? A brief history of time. Hold on. Oh, we've played this for 9 hours total. You are crazy, but that's beside the point. Well, a good ending for her is very good for her. There's been a few different writers. Well, the Act 1 writing isn't Lily writing. I did notice, like... Okay, maybe I'm insane. Maybe I'm insane, but I did notice that there were... That the Lily writer definitely wrote some of Act 1. Lily's writer definitely wrote some of Act 1. And if they did not write any of Act 1, then they, like, absolutely, like, looked at it and tried to emulate the writing style a bit. I never noticed such things. More sane than most? Yeah, but you're onto something. Notice that too. They have like a very particular writing style. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? I feel like every writer has like a certain rhythm to their writing, right? Every writer has like a very particular rhythm to their writing and favored. Yeah, it's the sentence cadence and vocabulary. Yeah. And it's like... It definitely changed just now, right? It definitely changed. And there were definitely scenes during Act 1 where it was the same. Especially, like, this writer definitely likes using the word leather. Looks like Lily Writer wrote for Hanako too, but not seeing multiple writers on Lily. Toriko just said that their writing styles all shifted a bit as they got more practiced. Ah. Maybe they took like a break and then came back to writing this part, or maybe this part got like extra revisions or something. I don't know. Act 1 was written as a team, so it's a bit more mixed than the rest. That gave me thank you. 𝐤𝐡𝐚𝐭 has a really good video on the backstory of the game if you're interested in these changes. Take a look. I'll have to take a look. Maybe we can watch it on stream. They all chipped in for the prologue or Act 1. Each wrote their own route with some input from the others. Act 1 was written well before. I don't know. Just something definitely changed here. Something definitely changed in... What is this act? It's just the scene. A Brief History of Time. Maybe it's just the scene. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, continuing. Thankfully, the sweltering summer heats. Also typo. Started to die down, making way for a pleasant, cool breeze. I think anyways. The sweltering summer heats. That is a typo, right? That's not grammatically correct. Right? I think they're using... It's a contraction, but you can't contract has like this. Blaze Foster, thank you. I think the best thing to come from the series is your Kenji voice. Right? That's not... It's correct. You can in an informal way. You can contract has like that. Well, technically, like, you can contract like anything and everything. I'm just saying, like, proper grammar. It doesn't bother me or anything. I'm not like, oh my god. Gotcha, bitch. I'm having a genuine conversation about grammar here. Check mod chat. Oh, let me see. Checks mod chat. Mods. Shut up, Pippa. Play the fucking game. Oh, Circo, answer your question about the writing in the super chat. Oh, in chat. Oh, each writer contributed their character scenes in Act 1, basically. I think Aura did most of the not character-specific scenes of Act 1. But what about... Oh, if other people's characters show up in other paths, e.g. Shizune and Lily Path, then their writer went over their work and tweaked it to ensure the characters felt right. Ah. So what about... Sariko, I didn't expect you to still be here. I didn't expect you to stick around. Writing styles drifted a bit as we wrote, just because we were learning how to write as we went, basically. Ah. Writing styles drifted a bit as we wrote, just because we were learning how to write as we went. Okay. I was gonna say it felt so drastic. So maybe it's because this scene also has Hanako in it. So maybe the other writer did try to put in touch-ups? I don't know. That's interesting to know. Yeah, I wonder who wrote Kenji. I always like knowing how stuff is made. It's really neat. It doesn't bug me. Get stun locked. I was already tangenting about something else, and then like another opportunity to tangent came along. Okay, Kenji was written by the grace of God. Jesus Christ. All right, let me. I accidentally almost changed the language of VTube Studio somehow. Not sure how I accomplished that one. For some reason, Discord's being, like, really laggy. Okay. Okay. Put that there. Alright. There we go. That's an option. Apparently. I didn't know there was a button for that, but... No one wrote Kenji. He just appeared in the code. Thankfully, the sweltering summer heats started to die down, making way for a pleasant, cool breeze. Ah, it's so pretty, it's so pretty. When I stretch my hands high above my head, a familiar figure takes form, cane in her right hand. Ah, Lily. She stops and turns around, swiveling her head slightly to try and work out exactly where the voice came from. Hey, it's me! I quickly catch up to her, coming in beside her and matching her slow pace as we resumed walking. Resume. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, I can speak. Good afternoon, 𝐒𝐸𝐲. Hi there! Aw. I glance up at the sky. A distinct tinge of orange discolors the clouds, washing the footpath in its light. Long shadows from trees fall across the wide road down the hill. So, 𝐒𝐸𝐲, what brings you here? Yeah, just going to town to grab some groceries. 𝐏𝐚𝐭 sent me. Yes, Al, leave me alone! 𝐏𝐚𝐭 sent you? Yeah, she said she needed to study for a test tomorrow. I was going to come down anyway, so I'll just buy her stuff as well. Unspoken is that Lily really could use some help to get food, but it's an obvious fact that neither of us needs to state. It's good to hear she's studying for it. I thought the same thing when she asked me to come with you. Aiken was a wing woman. 𝐏𝐚𝐭 totally set this up intentionally. 𝐏𝐚𝐭's a bro, she set you up. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no way she didn't. There's no way she did. You're telling me now of all times, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna study for my science test. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna, yeah, don't, you go on ahead in my place, you know. I've got to study. She's so real for that, she's so based. She's so based. Yeah, there's no way she needed, like, time. Come on, man. There's no way. Come on. Time? What is she, cooking? Come on. No, thank you. We continue walking down the street, the familiar sound of her cane echoing through the air as we go. Except for the occasional passing car and the leaves whispering in the branches, there's a blissful silence. Thank God I can finally relax for the first time today. I glance over at Lily. That porcelain face of hers never seems to lack that air of relaxed confidence. You know, except for when she's sleeping, cozy in bed, you know, soon to be in our arms. Sorry. I guess the same could be said of her personality, too. As she silently walks, her face remaining pointed to the street ahead of her, I look ahead and savor the cool air blowing over my face. This is probably the calmest moment I've had since the about face my life took so recently. To have it while walking to get some groceries. What a weird life. I feel the crumpled up note rubbing against my hand in my pocket and pull it out to check its contents. Let's see here. Eggs, bread, cereal, thyme, lettuce, shaved ham. That sounds like quite a bit to carry back along with your own. Yeah, just how much does this girl eat anyway? Oh my god, she totally did it intentionally. She totally did it! Sliced ham? Thyme? Come on. Come on. Oh wait, was it shaved ham? Shaved ham, sorry. Shaved ham? Shaved ham? Thyme? Lettuce? Come on. She's sending us to various parts of the grocery store, alright? She's ensuring our date is prolonged. My mind suddenly clicks that, yes, there actually is a person beside me. Wait, I mean... She laughs wholeheartedly. My, 𝐒𝐸𝐲. Her giggles punctuate her words, though she's making little effort to suppress them. Quite direct today, aren't we? Yeah, you got me there. Still, it is quite a bit. Usually I go shopping with 𝐏𝐚𝐭, so I know what she buys. It's the same thing every week. Wait, she actually does cook? I thought she did this intentionally. Huh, she a good cook? She gives a nervous giggle. It's usually me who ends up cooking. I used to do so for Akira, so it's no problem doing it for 𝐏𝐚𝐭 as well. You can cook? But... So shut up! Shut up! A short hum with an amused lilt emanates from beside me. I wonder if the fact that she seems amused by my comments so often is actually genuine, or rather just from a want to make me more comfortable in addressing her blindness. There are ways around it. Some meals are more difficult to cook than others because of being unable to see what I'm doing, but it usually only takes a little more time. Fingers can double as very useful measurement tools, for example. It makes sense, but she'd have to be pretty careful not to hurt herself. I wonder how many times that's happened, given that it sounds like she's cooked alone for possibly years while Akira worked and her parents were gone. With that, the conversation trails off. Yeah, how does she know, like, how... Do they make, like, braille thermometers? Could you have, like, a thermometer that you, like, poke it and it, like... I don't even know what. How would that even work? How would that even work? I mean, nowadays, I bet there's, like, electronic thermometers. Right? Yeah, they're talking... I bet, like, nowadays you probably, like, stick it in there and it just tells you 35 degrees. But... she eyeballs it. Fuck off. Compared to the awkward silences of Hanako, Lily seems genuinely content to say what she thinks and stay quiet when there's nothing to say. The slick road under my feet is bathed in an orange glow. The occasional fallen leaf crunching underfoot as we walk. I let out a deep yawn, my lack of sleep coming back to haunt me. Do not get much sleep last night. I couldn't sleep at all for the last 2 nights. Probably insomnia. Lily's face suddenly becomes worried. It feels like a personal failure every time she gets worried about my well-being, even if it's genuinely nice to know someone cares. You have insomnia. Aren't you going to see the nurse about it? No real need. It's happened before a few times. My meds screw with my sleeping occasionally. I'm sorry. Come on, it's not your fault. At least I shouldn't have any trouble getting to sleep tonight. You do worry me sometimes. I worry you? I reach around and scratch the back of my neck. I kind of want to address this. Hey, Lily. I don't mean to sound weird, but please try to forget about my heart condition. She looks kind of lost. I hardly blame her. I guess what I'm trying to get at is just don't treat me differently because of it. She bows her head slightly, her white cheeks reddening almost imperceptibly. It's only natural to worry about those around you. Oh, it's so nice to know there's someone like that out there. Oh, I thought it was going to continue. It may be somewhat embarrassing to say, but it's the truth. Lily takes a breath to regain her composure and manages a gentle smile, though her cheeks remain flushed. The final downhill walk to the store passes in silence. He's worried about us. Welcome! I suppose I'll get my stuff first and Hanako's on the second round. I grab 2 well-worn red baskets from the stack beside the entrance and pass one to Lily. Just as she did before, she lays it on the ground and slides her retracted cane between the basket's handles before picking it back up with her right hand. When she takes hold of my arm in her own, I'm surprised at how fast this kind of casual contact became so natural, mostly due to necessity, no doubt. Shall we? Sure. While we navigate around the store, the odd person occasionally passing us pays us no heed at all. It's nice compared to the stares and whispers around the city. As we reach each aisle, I quickly check with Lily what she needs and grabs it, along with what I want, putting our items into their respective baskets. It's an odd feeling to be depended on so much for something so basic as shopping. Hanako would be practically a necessity for her to pick out what she wants, after all. Right, I'm pretty much done with both my stuff and Hanako's. You need anything else, Lily? No, this should be everything. Off we go then. Oddly, there's a queue a mile long. Considering the store is only large enough to warrant one counter, seems like it'll take a while. Damn. Lily gives an inquisitive look, unable to see the reason for my complaint. The queue is really long. Looks like we'll have to wait.
Oh no! We're waiting! We're waiting alone with Lily, and we're holding our arms together, like intertwined, and we're hanging out, and we're alone, and the line's really long, and it's gonna take like an hour to get to the counter. Oh no! Oh
no! How strange. Sharing the same mood of resignation, we reluctantly take our place at the end of the line. One person finishes, the line moves up. Another person finishes, the line moves up. By the time we finally reach the head of the line, I'm so close to dozing off that Lily has to gently pat me on the back for me to move up. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭.
sorry.
She gives a short sigh of consternation as I move up, getting the groceries for Hanako and me put into separate bags.
Thank you, please come again.
By the time we emerge from the store, Lily's holding a single bag while I struggle to carry 4. Both hands well and truly full. It's a lot of work, but thankfully the items in them are light. Even without looking skyward, it's obvious that a surprising amount of time's passed. The road outside being dark and lit by the street lamps. Once Lily retrieves her cane, we set out back to the dormitories the way we came, leaving the welcoming warm glow of the store. Despite the road being empty of cars, the full bags abundantly make up for the lack of noise, constantly clunking and squeaking together. My, 𝐒𝐴𝐿. It's good to find that you're eating well.
I am a growing guy after all. I need to eat all I can.
It must be nice, being a man. What? Seemingly not noticing or ignoring my surprise at the completely out-of-left-field comment, she continues on without missing a beat. Weight doesn't really bother you when eating, most of the time.
I get what you mean. Women tend to worry about stuff like that more than we do, I guess.
Exactly. It makes me somewhat envious, to be honest. Well, it's not like we can outright ignore it. With an affirmative nod, we continue on our walk.
Oh, that's right.
What is it?
Hanako mentioned your birthday was earlier this year.
Do anything special for it? She gives a long pause, lost in thought for a few seconds as she recalls the event. Not really. It was just Hanako and me having a little party during the night after school. Your birthday's supposed to be a...
Ah! Your birthday's supposed to be a big event, you know.
Sounds like a pretty lonely way to spend a birthday. Just her and Hanako staying overnight.
Shut up! Ted, don't you join in too! Shut up!
Take your time, we understand. What do you understand? What is the implication?
I can't even sniffle! My nose is too plugged!
Birthdays always felt like a family occasion for me. They were a time then, in spite of their full-time jobs, both my parents would make an effort to be there for the day, or at least for a party beforehand. It reminds me of how Lily mentioned she hadn't seen her family in such a long time, and even ended up moving away from Akira's house afterwards. But I guess it's the same in situations as mundane as these. Considering her inability to read the packaging, just getting groceries would be a pain without somebody else around. In the end, she just has Hanako and me, and Akira when she's off from work. Be that as it may, she still seems to have many more distant friends among the students. Not to mention people like 𝑦uko. It seems to be her own choice that there's such a separation between those who are close to her and those who she only socializes with. It humbles me a little to see how much Lily seems to have her life set up and going just as she wants. Yet Hanako is there for her to celebrate her birthday, and I'm here helping her with shopping. It's kind of a weird symbiosis, I suppose. Are you alright, Hisa? Sorry? You seem to go very quiet, that's all. Sorry, I was just thinking. Oh? And now I've piqued her curiosity. It feels kind of overly personal to talk about, though. Oh shit. Oh shit. One? I think one is definitely the best way to go. I think one is definitely the best way to go. Lily's been pretty honest with us. I think we should be honest with her. Ooh. Chat's pretty overwhelmingly saying ones too. Ain't even a choice. Ain't even a choice. I feel like this would just like instantly send us into like a fucking bad route. Or at least a neutral route. Read them out loud. The choice is tell the truth and avoid the subject, and I chose tell the truth. It was just kind of... I was thinking about how you seem to have everything so sorted out, even with Hanako relying on you. I can admit that even I kind of relied on you when I first transferred in. I think it's a good quality to have. I turned to Lily, surveying her reaction. She's forcing herself to look forward and furrowing her brow quite a bit. Her face looks a bit awkward, as if she was trying to find just the right words. Lily? I would thank you, but assuming that I don't rely on the presence of others is too much. You'd be wrong to think that Hanako simply depends on me with nothing in return. She seems to have a bit of trouble saying it, even though it's largely what I'd thought already. If she's tried so hard to maintain her independence, as anyone would have had to in her position, cited or not, maybe she finds it hard to talk about her own needs. It's only now that I realize no mission in what she says. I decide to follow it up, largely in jest, to avoid things getting too personal. BGM has stopped, yeah. I saw an F in chat and I was thinking the internet died again. Oh? And what about me? She suddenly runs ahead of me and turns, blocking me off. Imagine she smacked into a stop sign! Sorry. With a smile, she holds her hands behind her as she leans forward. Oh god, I love it when anime girls do this! You're different. Hold on, hold on. God, that was so cute. That was so cute. Chat. Chat. I shouldn't have interrupted it multiple times. I shouldn't have interrupted it multiple times. That was really cute. That was really cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. God, it's so cute. It's so cute. Oh my god. Oh, we're so in, we're so in. And with that, she turns back and continues to walk ahead of me, a newfound spring in her step. All I can do is raise an eyebrow and give a dazed grin. I don't think I've ever seen this playful and teasing side of her before. So, I'm different. It's hard to work out the exact context, but knowing her, this ambiguity was intended. Our relationship has been changing. At the very least, simply because I've begun to stand on my own feet more and started getting more curious about the situation of those around me. As to why, probably a mix of personal curiosity, and I want to try and work out how to deal with my situation. I'm less sure of Lily, though. That's why her own statement, so similar to my own feelings toward her, throws me off so much. Watching her make her way up the street, cane tapping from left to right, I decide to settle the matter later and just smile. This is a nice side to her, and I don't want to forget it. Eventually, we get to the girls' dormitories, both my arms aching from the weight of 2 sets of groceries. Ah! We're finally here. Whew. I bend down to wipe my forehead with the back of my hand. Lily stops in front of her door and sets down her bag, fishing around in her pocket for the key. Thank you, Hisao. I really appreciate your help. Ah, this is nothing. It might be nothing to you, but it's definitely something for me. Ah. And with that, she steps through her door, closing it behind her. I blink. Those were nothing but honest thanks, but I can't help feeling something different about them. Anyway, I have something else to do before I can mull on that at my leisure. I turn back to the door to Hanako's room and proceed to knock twice in quick succession, the bag still in my hand rustling together. Ah, cute! Cute animation! Cute little peeking out! After a couple of seconds, the door slowly opens. If one weren't looking closely, they could be forgiven for thinking it hadn't moved at all. I twist my head to the side to try and peer through the tiny sliver of a gap between the door and the door frame. Hey, Hanako, I've got your stuff! With that, she opens the door completely, making her plain room visible over her shoulder. Sparsely decorated, it's probably even more unremarkable than my room. I hold out my right arm, both bags, almost pulling it straight back down with their weight.
Thank you, Hisao. I'm sorry to make you carry them all this way.
It's fine, don't worry. Just don't make me do it every day, okay? I pass the bags to her as I give a light-hearted chuckle. After the initial transfer of weight, she manages to take them easily. That'll be off then. Night, Hanako.
Good night. See you in class tomorrow.
She was almost doing a chuny pose there. With a deep bow, her groceries still held in both hands, she steps back and shuts the door. Making my way back to my own dorm, I put one bag into my other hand to balance them out. Even as I do so, I can't get Lily's light-hearted smile out of my mind. When I'd first met her, it would have been nearly impossible to imagine her like that. Indeed, it feels like we've become closer in the past few weeks since I first got to know both her and Hanako. The time that I spent with her each day, the small exchanges of happiness we share, those small moments of joy as I get closer to her. I'm far from certain, but I don't think these are just the normal feelings of friendship. Once I return to my room, I store away my groceries and begin getting ready for the night. I swap the school books in my bag for those I'll need tomorrow, pulling out the yellow envelope Misha gave me earlier in the process. I got so sidetracked by one thing after another that I couldn't deal with it earlier. Who could have written me, I wonder? The same neatly adorning the back of the envelope. Oh, the name neatly adorning the back of the envelope freezes me in my tracks. It's been so long since I've seen her writing. There's little chance I could have identified it as hers otherwise. Iwanako. Why? Should she have written me? I can't think of any good reason for her to do this. I almost don't open the letter, but there'd be little point to that. If I just left it alone, its mere existence would gnaw at me until I did something about it. She's trying to kill us again. I look down at the piece of paper on my desk, its bright and summery decoration beaming happily at me. The lettering is in pink, jarring badly with the yellow sunflower border on the card. The handwriting is neat. The characters have been written thoughtfully and with an unusual amount of care. I'd barely given the letter a second thought when it was given to me, but now I can't get its contents out of my mind. While I'd like to say I don't know why she used such an old-fashioned method of communication, considering a phone call or an email would be both much faster and easier, the answer feels obvious enough given the content. A letter leaves a comfortable distance between the sender and the recipient. Unlike a phone, it isn't required that you engage in the conversation, and unlike email, there is less expectation of an immediate reply. Statements such as, "The third years seem to be very anxious about the final exams," and "It's so weird to think we were already seniors, isn't it?" are just small talk. Small talk that could have been achieved by simply replying to any of the messages I'd sent her while in the hospital. The ending, though, is the true reason she sent this. The last couple of lines added almost as an afterthought. I wonder if we'll meet again. Wait.
I wonder if we'll meet again. Perhaps it's for the best if we don't.
It's a statement that should hurt. I've always heard breakups are nasty stuff. But it feels like this is simply a reaffirmation of what we both already knew instead. It's the preceding text, no more than small talk, that makes me feel most uneasy. I can't figure out why, no matter how long I sit here and look down at this bright and summery piece of paper.
If you would like to correspond with me, by all means write me back.
It's plainly obvious that this is not the type of letter to be replied to. In the end, this letter is no more than a simple abdication of responsibility. A final statement to reassure herself that our relationship is over. What a bitch! What a bitch, chat! She's terrible! She's fucking terrible! Why even bother sending anything? Yeah, throw her in the trash! Throw the whole fucking girl away! What the hell? Throw her away! We didn't want her anyways. Yeah, Lily's way better. Yeah, why even fucking send it, you fucking bitch? Who is 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 She's like the opening sequence. She confesses to us and our heart races so much that the bitch sends us to the fucking hospital. We doki doki too hard. Our heart was God. We doki doki waku'd and we fucking killed over and got sent to the hospital and diagnosed with arrhythmia and God. Our Kokoro was Brokero. That's right. Jesus Christ. To the streets with her, to the street. Why would she say this? A Doki Doki Heart Attack Club. I hate her. God. That's terrible. That's terrible. Why'd she send that? Why'd she send that? Why'd this bitch send that? Oh my God. So fucking annoying. As such, I find I have little problem in scrunching the letter and envelope into a ball and tossing it into the waste bin, ridding myself of its existence. I go to bed with mixed feelings, cheated out of a pleasant evening by this intruder from the past. Ironically, it takes a while before I can manage to sleep. Okay, do you have missed super chat list? I just want to catch up real quick on the supers that I've missed. God. We should have, like, sent her a letter back being like, oh, I missed you so much. I've been waiting every day for you to write me back, to respond to me. How could you, I'm so happy. I hope that we can be together again. And then, like, try and guilt her, try and ruin her fucking life, try and guilt her to come back to, like, this school. Well, not come back to it, but, like, to come visit the school, right? And she'll show up and we'll be like, oh, who are you? Sorry, what was your name again? And embarrass her in front of everybody! Destroy her! God. Inosuke Mihara, thank you. Relationship ended with Iwanako. Lily is my girlfriend now. Get dumped. Fuck, man. She had the audacity to be like, by the way, haha, I'm breaking up with you. And it's like, bitch, who the fuck even are you? Who the fuck off? It's so annoying. Kenny Coda, thank you for the $50. Missing stream fee, excited to catch the mod. Thank you! Samuel, thank you for the 5 GPPs. As always, thank you. Oh, thank God I didn't miss the stream. Mildly OSD, thank you. I'm now mentally picturing Akira to have Tenma's voice. Mind's Eye, thank you. Tenma just tried Disco Elysium a few days ago. Any chance of you playing? Probably not. Brave, thank you. A short-haired office lady, bilingual in Japanese and English, giving alcohol to minors. Tenma, Ezra Forever, thank you. Just tuning in to say hi, Pippa. Wish I could stay, but I'm rather busy at work. Haven't seen anyone play this game in quite a while. Hope you're having fun with it. By the way, I'm not letting go of that $100. That's a lot of money. Thank you, thank you. Lord Brown Bear, thank you. Blind and drunk, one could say. She is vulnerable. Evil Mandrake, thank you. Your Honor, in my client's defense, it was there, so he could have some. Zara, thank you. She's blind drunk. Background noise, thank you. Go take one, rabbit. Weird, thank you. Tenma would debate girls being weak to alcohol. Arclight, thank you for 5 PPs. Diver Yanza, thank you. YouTube dropping like how I dropped the ball with girlfriend. Blaze Foster, thank you. I think the best thing to come from this series is your Kenji voice. Boy, Chilming, thank you. She could be making a sandwich. You don't know. Sarah, thank you. Shaved hams. But what if I were to take Hanako shopping list and disguise it as my own? Ho ho ho. Delightfully devilish, Hisao. And Ashcorp, thank you. You remember when I said Lily was the best girl? A decade later, it's still true. It's still fucking true. Tomlin, thank you. Why care when we can make Lily happy? True. Samuel, thank you. True woman response for Pippa. I want to destroy her! Doomsday Dan, thank you. Send your reply letter in Braille! God. Alarm, thank you. Late to the stream. Just wanted to thank you for inspiring me to better myself. Also, thanks to me for recommending Pippa however long ago. That was quite a while ago. No Eclipse, thank you. Pippa is a psychological warfare specialist. Girl. I just can't believe she had the audacity, chat. The audacity! This is a minute, thank you. Here's my payment for the Pippa audiobook. Thank you for resurfacing good memories from when I first read Katawa Shoujo. Thank you. Thank you. She went out of her way after ignoring us in the hospital for months to send us a fucking letter. Sarah, thank you. Gotta hit her back with the don't care. I hit back with a fucking don't care, man. God. Jesus Christ. Okay, back to the fucking game. I sweat profusely, awaiting the dreaded moment. Each tick of the clock tenses my muscles that much more, every minute making more hairs stand on end. It's coming for me. I can feel it. Death. Death in the form of a single sheet of paper. I take the small pile of papers from the student in front of me and pass it backwards after plucking off the top piece. Looking to the top right of the page, I find my fears realized within that small red circle. 43. I hang my head and sigh in resignation. Cursing under my breath, I can feel the aura of a similar sentiment rising from the entire class. It's strange, but that fact lifts my mood by a minuscule amount. Misery loves company, I suppose. As the teacher opens her mouth, the room braces for the inevitable onslaught. Only to be saved at the last minute. Where did our teacher go? Why is the substitute still here? We quickly move to collect our bags and leave for lunch post-haste, but the teacher delivers a parting broadside.
We'll be discussing the test scores next lesson. Needless to say, there will be quite some discussion to be had.
A collective groan resounds from the class, now reduced to shuffling out dejectedly. I push the sheets into my bag as I walk along the hallway, crumpling it in the process. It's enough that such a troublesome letter ended up on my desk yesterday, and now this. I hate English. This can only be... Oh, nope, never mind.
Isao.
Who would this be? Not... I guess she would have called this Hee-chan. It's not Drills. Who is this? The teacher? A stern female voice gruffly calls out to me from behind. I freeze on the spot, my face becoming like stone. It's as if I can feel my brain disconnecting from my body. My eyes slowly shift right, trying to catch a glimpse of the disembodied voice. Nothing? My face begins to slip as time passes, and I decide to risk turning my head. Ever so slowly, I twist it to the... Ah! I jump into the air and drop my bag, yelling out in surprise. As I recover and regain my composure, I turn to see. I should have known. Emmy.
Gotcha, Isao.
She stands there with a mischievous grin on her face. Hands forward and fingers pointed inwards. She was the one who jabbed my ribs with her fingers. looked down at her with a grimace, rubbing my hair in frustration. That's no way to greet someone, you know.
You have no sense of humor.
I left my sense of humor in my English class. Complain to the teacher if you want it given back to me. She pulls her best puppy dog's eyes on me as she pouts. Lily's managed to build up my resistance to the tactic, but Emmy's short stature adds enough to the effect to make me relent. So, how are things? I haven't seen you around for a while.
Same old, same old. I run so fast nobody wants to join me on my morning runs. It's a real pain.
Her modesty never fails to amuse me.
Although...
Oh.
You know what I'm thinking, don't you, 𝐒𝐴𝐜?
Wearing my emotions on my sleeve is one of my worst habits. She's seen right through me. Fortunately, I see somebody else approaching us that will give me an out. Oh, hi, 𝐏𝐻𝐚𝐭. I give her a welcoming wave and try my best to look like I haven't noticed Emmy's pouting face. She gives a small wave back.
Hello, 𝐒𝐴𝐜. Emmy. Hey, 𝐏𝐻𝐚𝐭.
I'll join you and Lily in a sec. Actually, speaking of lunchtime company, it's odd to see you without Rin, Emmy.
Whoa, Rin!
Without a second word, she forgets all about us and bolts off up the hallway. She must have forgotten she was waiting for her. 𝐏𝐻𝐚𝐭 and I stand speechless, only able to helplessly stand and watch this ball of seemingly boundless energy dash off.
Oh yeah, 𝐒𝐴𝐜!
She suddenly stops herself just before vanishing around the corner to the rooftop staircase, spinning around to meet our bemused faces.
I hate English too.
And with that, she disappears. All I can do is hang my head and give a long sigh, thoroughly left in the dust. As I hear a short giggle coming from behind me, I turn to see 𝐏𝐻𝐚𝐭 smiling at the corner my attacker rounded. I pick up my drop bag from the floor and quickly dust it off. Afternoon. Been busy?
You don't like English?
Nah. I had a test on it a while back, and Emmy caught me brooding about the results.
Sorry.
She averts her gaze, guilt written onto her face. A casual observer would think she just accidentally reminded me of a dead relative. Come on, it's not your fault. How are you doing in it? Casual, leave me alone! She looks up, though, still avoids meeting my eyes.
Alright, I suppose.
An awkward silence passes. They seem all too common around 𝐏𝐻𝐚𝐭.
Oh, Lily asked if you'd like to join us for lunch on the roof.
I guess I don't exactly have any pressing engagements to attend to. Sure, I'll be right up.
I'll get my lunch from the cafeteria now, then.
Come on, you don't need my approval to leave, you know.
Oh, okay. Be going then?
She gives a skittish reply, a small nod, and quickly makes off towards the cafeteria. I guess she must have forgotten to bring her lunch today. As I walk through the hallways, more and more students start to come out of classrooms and pass me, going in the same direction as 𝐏𝐻𝐚𝐭 went. By the time I manage to make it to the stairs, I'm having to push my way past a busily chatting throng of students. I finally manage to get past the last of the crowd and round the staircase, slumping slightly in relief and slowing my pace before I open the door to the roof. Ah, damn! I momentarily avert my eyes, all but blinded by the harsh summer sun. As I slowly regain my vision, the surroundings finally take form. Lily, Emmy, and Rin sit together on the rooftop. The top of the hilltop forest around 𝐏𝐻𝐚𝐭 visible past the fence around them. as if to frame the view.
𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭.
Lily and Rin give a quick nod of acknowledgement and deep nod of greeting, respectively. I start walking towards the rather mismatched trio, and can't help marveling at the speed with which Emmy devours the rest of her half-eaten banana. Hey! Strange to see you three together like this. It seems to have been quite the day of coincidence. Emmy and Rin decided to eat on the roof just as Hanako and I decided to.
You stole it! This spot was ours!
Simmer down, you can't steal a place in the school. I plunked myself down beside Lily, the four of us creating a semicircle. I think she's right. You too? The butterfly's her accomplice. The butter. As I glance around, sure enough, a small yellow butterfly floats across my field of vision. So, tell me, how did this butterfly help Lily steal this spot? He scouted out our conversation and told her. I should have known better than to expect sound reasoning from Rin. Regardless, I guess it wouldn't hurt to play along. You're telling me she can talk to butterflies? There are people who can talk to horses, called horse whisperers. Lily must be a butterfly whisperer. I bury my head in my hands as Emmy rounds on her strange companion. It doesn't seem to share Rin's sense of humor.
Whisperers don't work like that.
Emmy and Rin continue their banter as I turn to Lily, who's busily finishing off her small box of curry and rice. So, what brought you up here anyway? A little bit of fresh air every now and again doesn't hurt.
What?
Emmy breaks off from her vain attempts to introduce the concept of logic to Rin.
That was why we came up here too.
Something tells me it was her idea alone and that Rin only got dragged up here on Emmy's whim. Then again, the same could probably be said of Lily and Hanako. Now, we can share. Ominous and spooky. The creaking of the door to the roof can be heard as soon as she says the words. A moment of silence falls over us as everyone's attention focuses on the figure appearing from it. Hanako slowly walks over to us. Her eyes pinned to the ground, silently ruining the attention she's attracting. She tenses, just barely, when her eyes meet Rin's. I can't help raising an eyebrow as she walks over to us and sits next to me, doing her utmost to avoid looking up even as she brings her cafeteria bread to her mouth. So, how do you and Emmy know each other anyways? Emmy's somewhat well known around the school for her athletic ability. She's the fastest member of the track and field club by some margin, even beating Miki Miura at the track meet last week. Miki Miura. Ah, that tan girl from the front of my class. Considering her height and toned body, being able to beat her is quite an accomplishment. Looking over to Emmy, it's very clear she's well aware of this fact as she beams proudly.
So, 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭, what was your score in English?
Ouch. No comment.
Boo.
She puffs her cheeks and pouts, but it doesn't take too long for her to bounce back.
Alright, if I tell you mine, you have to tell me yours. Deal?
Fine.
Okay, on the count of 3, we both say our results. 1, 2, 3. 32.
I beam a mischievous green.
What? Evil, 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 evil!
My fucking phone alarm went off at just the right time. You said it, not me. Still, the fact that you managed an even lower score than me is kind of amazing. She looks around. Oh, she looks and sounds like a small terrier growling at an intruder. I can't say it's the most threatening sight I've seen. Either way, scoring higher than 32 isn't something to boast about, much less scoring below it for any subject. Yes, Lily.
Sorry, Lily.
I could help you with your English if you'd like. It would be my pleasure to.
No, that's fine, but I appreciate the thought, really.
Lily looks slightly deflated, her hopes of imparting her knowledge dashed. Judging from the badly hidden laughter of the rest of us, neither she nor Emmy seemed to have garnered too much pity. Uh-oh. As I sit happily laughing, though, I feel my voice suddenly cut off as my chest clenches. I sit in silence for a few seconds, all my concentration forced on my heartbeat. It's only a small pain, but the ache feels like it's growing. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. I glance upward to try and keep at least some of my attention on my surroundings. To see Emmy suddenly freezing when she notices the expression of pain on my face out of the corner of her eye.
Hey, Isao. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I look back down and redouble my efforts to try and stay calm, clenching my fist to try and dull the pain. It takes a short time, but the pain, thankfully, begins to fade. When I look back up, there's only silence and pensive faces to be seen. I guess I'd better explain myself. Arrhythmia. I'm fine. It's just a heart flutter. Are you sure? Should we get the nurse? Taking her cue, Hanako quickly picks herself up and begins to dash to the door. Hanako, stop! Lily, I'm fine. You look like a wet, wrinkled tomato. Huh? As I bring my hand to my forehead, I can feel the beads of sweat gathered on it and dab them off with my cuff. Thanks. I told you, I'm fine. I'm just kind of fragile, I guess. The entire atmosphere has changed from one of gaiety to downcast faces. The situation being too awkward for anyone to know exactly how to react. And, of course, the whole thing is thanks to me. It just had to happen now, around others. Oh, Emmy?
Hmm?
She looks up, a box of juice halfway to her mouth. I haven't told you of my score yet, have I?
Yeah, well, you're half foreign, so your score doesn't count anyway.
Lifting an eyebrow, I inquisitively turned to Lily. What was your test result anyway? She gives a cheeky grin. 100%. Perfect score. No way. All I can do is hang my mouth open and wonder. Considering those tests are insane even for some native speakers, I can only imagine she's gone and done something like committing to mind part of the dictionary. A gift for rote memorization, probably. Or maybe.
That's... See? Only someone part foreign could get a score that good.
See. Lily and I grin at Emmy's expense. A reaction identical to mine when I'd first tripped on that little landmine. Lily's foreign ancestry does raise a point, though. It was pretty smooth how they all just kind of like continued on like normal, right? Like it was taken seriously, and then everyone was like, "Oh, all right. Well, he doesn't want to take it seriously, so best to respect it and move on." Ah, that's right. You leave tomorrow for Scotland, don't you? That's correct. Emmy heard the rumors about it. It seems some word spread quickly, considering I only told my friends in my class a couple of days ago.
It must be so nice to go halfway around the world on a holiday. Hey, could you buy me something while you're there?
Don't be too shy now. Lily gives a light-hearted giggle, evidently fully expecting Emmy's bluntness. The rest of lunch continues much the same as before, the jauntiness from before my heart flutter thankfully returning in full. As everyone files off with the appropriate farewells, only Lily and I are left. Hey, Lily? She packs the last of her things into her bag and clips it shut before perking her head up slightly. Thanks for breaking the silence back there. I kinda wanted to stop it, but didn't really know how to. As much as I'd like to sound less morose about it, the letter from yesterday, screwing up in a test so badly in my class, and now my heart makes fuck. And now my heart makes things very hard indeed. She gives an indulgent smile and nods. I hope she hasn't picked up on it, but knowing her, it's unlikely that she hasn't. Emmy's strong, but only human. We do worry about you, Hisa. Hold on, why would I worry you? Her smiling face collapses, becoming uncomfortably serious. Hisa, we are not ignorant of your situation. Only... She suddenly cuts herself short, unsure of whether she should say what she intends to. I give a weak smile and rest my hand on her shoulder. No, it's enough that I worry about it. I don't want you all to shoulder my burden. But... if you all worry about it, I have to worry about your worrying. If that makes sense. I'm fine, okay? For a moment, she looks to be lost in thought, carefully pondering how to react. And you made your wife sad, bro. Hisao, do you have any paper left from your food's packaging? I think so. I'll just check. I rummage around in my bag for the leftovers from lunch, eventually finding a paper square from my sandwich's package. My eyebrow raised and my expression rather quizzical, I gently place the square onto Lily's hand. Without another word, she brings her fingers around it to feel out its edges. This should be large enough. With both of us seated on the roof, the minutes to the lesson ticking away, she proceeds to lay the item on the ground and begin her work in earnest. Wrapped in silence, I watch her fingers move about on the small square with amazing dexterity. A small fold here, a larger fold there. Her fingertips keep a slow but sure pace. Looking up, her expression is calm and placid. The fact her face is pointed well above the sheet in front of her makes the sight of her work all the more curious. Her shoulders slump a bit after finishing one final fold. Her work apparently done. It's only when she holds the item up in her hands that I realize what it is.
Aww! That's so cute! Did you guys ever read that book?
I forget the name. Something in the 1,000 Cranes? Or something like that? 1,000 Paper Cranes? Where the girl, she folds 1,000 paper cranes. Is it just called 1,000 Paper Cranes? Sadako and the 1,000 Paper Cranes! That was so sad. I read that in school and that messed me up. That messed me up so fucking bad, chat. That was like my introduction to depression. The one where she was dying. Yeah, I won't spoil it because it's a really like technically easy read. And it's pretty short. So I very much recommend it, but if you want to be sad, you should read Sadako and the 1,000 Paper Cranes. Sadako's 1,000 Paper Cranes, something like that. Wolf and Wings, thank you. Lily Love. I said, yeah, thank you. It's based on a real story. Yeah, which makes it worse. I remember reading that in 2nd grade. It was pretty dark for that age. That was like... Oh, man. A book literally exists to make children sad. Oh, God. It's rough, chat. It was rough. I don't know if it's still rough as like an adult. But I did read it in elementary school and oh my god. Oh my god. Good book. Good book. A small origami crane. Light brown thanks to the packaging used. The result looks quite delicate and precise. You can do origami? I taught myself how to when I was younger. It improved my dexterity a bit. Huh. A little baffled, I carefully take the small bird from her pale, cupped hands as if it would break from the slightest breath. It seems to be folded quite well and holds its shape easily. John Garrison, go watch Grave of the Fireflies to cheer up after reading that book. Yeah, wombo combo. Jesus Christ. That's an ending. The Diary of Yoko Moyawaka is similar and also very sad. I've not read that one. Oh god. We both grab our bags and head out the door, Lily extending her crane as she does so. Yeah, a nice Clannad after story to calm the nerves. I hold Lily's handiwork up to my face for further inspection while we walk down the hallway, her hand running along the silver handrails for orientation. If she taught herself origami to improve her dexterity, with the use of her hands meaning so much to her given her condition. Ah, so that's it. I smile as I realize the bird's meaning. Everyone here has had to find their own ways of dealing with their conditions. You aren't alone here when you have problems. Thanks, Lily. I appreciate this. She gives a sweet smile and a nod, not using words where none need to be used, in her typical manner. All I ask is that you take care of yourself, Hisao. Don't worry, I will. Promise? Promise. And with that, we part ways. To be honest, I don't know what annoys me more. The fact that I could die at any moment, or the fact that everyone knows that. I guess I'll just take each day as it comes, as the unexpected present in my hand reminds me I'm not alone here. Even though I may be like this, I'm not alone. If they worry, if anyone worries, I'll smile. I'll smile enough for all their worries to go away. Oh. Oh. That was sweet. Hello, Tila, thank you. Narcissu is a free VN on Steam that's super sad. Narcissu. I have not heard of that one. I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, shut it, he's out. Go jogging. It's like the equivalent of telling him to go kill himself. What the fuck, bro? Calm down. Yeah, also our teacher's back. The moment the bell rings out, a collective sigh of relief comes from everyone. Much of the morning's been taken up by a droning lecture on 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 oh, fuck! Stoichiometry. A topic entirely unbefitting of the insufferable heat permeating the classroom. Fucking word. Big ass word. Stoichiometry. Oh, fuck! Stoichiometry! Okay. It's one of those words I don't think I've ever seen written. Knowing that attempting to teach anything more would be an exercise in futility, Muto gives up and begins clearing the teaching materials from his desk for the day. As meaningless banter starts filling the classroom, I notice Hanako getting up and coming to my desk. She's been a lot less withdrawn lately, something which gives me a small measure of satisfaction.
Hey, hello, Hisao.
Hey, wanna go pick up Lily then? It's close to the time when she'd need to get going if she's going to make the flight.
About that. She said that she might be held up a bit by her classmates.
I suppose that makes sense. Our class usually gets off a little earlier than ours, so Lily would normally have just come to our classroom. Our class must be sending her off. Well, never mind. We can wait outside her classroom for once, right? She gives a small giggle before nodding, the two of us taking our things and leaving for 3-2's classroom. When we reach our destination, I stop in idle amusement at the scene inside. One of the shorter girls from the class is Lily wrapped in an enthusiastic hug, her head no higher than Lily's chin. Her other friends, of which there are several, are gathered round her as well. Lily simply smiles kindly and hugs her back. I guess Lily must be pretty popular. Compared to Shizune's harsh but fair dictatorship of 3-3, Lily seems more like a mother figure for 3-2, to say nothing of her height and looks. Kenji's pointedly cold demeanor as he packs up his things at his seat in the back corner of the classroom is expected. He's no doubt far from a fan of the fuss being made about Lily's leaving. Look Looking beside me and seeing Hanako following my gaze, I decide to finally enter the room. Afternoon, Lily! It's just me and Hanako. Hanako withers noticeably when exposed to the din being made around Lily. Try as she might, I doubt she'll ever completely get over her social anxiety.
Hello.
Lily manages to work out a position reasonably well, her classmate detaching herself without a second word. A look of slight exasperation is written on Lily's face, though I can't say I blame her. Hello, Hisao, Hanako. Do we have much time before the flight leaves? I give a quick glance at my watch, taking the trip to the airport into account. There's a good 10, maybe 15 minutes left, while still allowing for contingencies. Yeah, we still have a few minutes to kill. I wouldn't worry about missing it yet.
Ah, is this a Hanako?
Uh-oh. I think we've just inadvertently become entangled in Lily's social web. The girl is probably part of the legally blind faction of the class, like Kenji, given her almost window pane-like spectacles. Her short, roughly cut hair gives her a look that fits her excitable expression.
Oh,
She takes Hanako's hand and pulls it up and down enthusiastically. I really don't get how girls can be so social to someone they only know as the friend of a friend. While Hanako exchanges nervous greetings, I look around the room for my short and overdressed next-door neighbor. Or as I might, he seems to have slipped out the classroom without anyone noticing. For a moment, I try to think of possible career paths that could reasonably benefit from his single skill before putting my mind to more pertinent matters. Lily seems pleased, if somewhat guarded, about the enthusiasm Hanako suddenly excited from those around her. She might not see it, but Hanako's much less panicked about the affair than I'd anticipated. Shuffling my way through the gaggle of classmates, I eventually managed to reach her. Don't worry, Hanako's fine. Thank you. I thought you might be overwhelmed by them.
don't worry, we'll be gentle.
Both of us grimace in unison. Hanako's nervous grin stays plastered on her face as another couple of girls moves in to meet her. It's kind of amazing that even just a month ago, she'd never have been able to cope with a situation such as this. Even when I first met her, the two of us, completely alone, she sprinted from the library. So, got everything you need? It's all packed. I just have to go by my room to pick it up on the way. And Hanako, I need to change. I guess we better get going then, Hanako. Hanako's head flicks up towards us in a flash, her face rather unmistakably appreciating the chance to extricate herself from the small group gathered around her.
Coming.
The long taxi ride to the airport is surprisingly pleasant. Despite the three of us being rather squashed together to fit the small back seat, on the other hand, maybe despite isn't the right word, Lily pays the fare to the driver as we file out, Hanako's eyes flittering left and right. Thankfully, there aren't too many people around, most of them being inside the main building rather than milling around outside. God! Akira's so cool, but this thing is so ugly! It isn't hard to spot Akira and Hideki leaning against a fence while talking to pass the time. A large black travel bag, complete with wheels and travel handle, leans against the fence alongside them. We'll talk about the travel thing. Hideki is the first to notice us, pointing us out to Akira, who gives an over-enthusiastic wave.
Hey, hey!
I grab Lily's travel bag for her as we go to meet the two, earning a nod of appreciation.
I've got all my stuff here. You got yours? Plane ticket as well?
Don't worry, I have everything. You?
Yep, all ready to go. Not without some problems along the way, I might add.
The snide remark had his head roughly dragged around by a very firmly clamped-on hand.
Yeah, I kinda sorta forgot it was my trousers pocket. Trousers that I'd put in the wash.
Wait. It was in my... Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? What wasn't there? Speaking of things in pockets, shut up! Shut up! Oh, her passport! Like her money, shut up. Oh, no.
Don't worry, don't worry. Did you know you can print out tickets if you order online nowadays? It's really cool.
𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭's pained expression says that this wasn't a solution found quickly. It could have been worse, I guess. We'd better start off then. Check-in should be ready by now.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a certain amount of wistfulness in both their voices. To say nothing of the people left behind. Meeting their family again after all these years would be big for them.
Oh, cute! Lily.
𝐏𝐚𝐭 wraps Lily in a gentle hug to say goodbye. One which is warmly reciprocated. Lily and I share a brief hug afterward, each of us saying our goodbyes. Beside us, Akira and 𝐏𝐴𝐾 break off from a small hug and a word or two between them. It would probably look quite nice if not for the almost comical height difference between the two. Lily takes a hold of her sister's arm once all that needs to be said and farewells is said, the two walking past the huge glass doors. Goodbye, Hisao. 𝐏𝐚𝐭.
See ya. Don't do anything stupid, shorty.
We wave at them until they disappear from sight in the throng of people moving about inside. And then, we're alone. Well, that's that. I turn to see 𝐏𝐴𝐾 already beginning to walk off. See ya! He doesn't even say bye! What the hell? He throws a hand into the air in a manner I'd expect of Akira. In the end, it's just 𝐏𝐚𝐭 and me left standing outside. I rest my hand on her shoulder. She absent-mindedly gazes towards the front doors of the building, as if she might catch a glimpse of either of the two before they disappear. Don't worry, the time will pass fast. She hesitates for a moment, but eventually nods. With the scorching heat of the summer sun beaming down on us, we make our way to the nearby bus stop. It's strange, really. Just when I'd begun to see Lily differently, she leaves on what almost feels like a pilgrimage to the past. In a way, though, that's just what I've been doing since coming to Yamaku. As much as I may reflect on everything that's happened to me, I really am hardly unique. Everyone has their own circumstances and separate paths to get where they are now. Yet, I still can't really work out how I should proceed. My life may have practically been reset, and I still can't find anything that satisfactorily fits the hole that I still feel in myself. Maybe Lily's leaving will be a good thing for me. Without her to lean on, I'll need to do more for myself. I'll have to be there for 𝐏𝐚𝐭 as well. It feels strange to have so much changing so quickly after my months in that hospital that seemed to exist so separately from reality. But that's all the more reason for me to keep focused. I can't let any opportunity slip out of my fingers in my attempt to rebuild my life. This isn't the end? Okay. Holy shit, I was about to flip a table. I was like, did I get like a bad end or something? Jesus. You're like halfway? I hit Act 3. Probably a good time to stop. Probably a good time to stop. Alright. My voice was starting to get sore anyways. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. What? Oh my fucking god. Chat. Fucking archive, bro. God damn it. In the mod chat. So I see if I may suggest a raid target tonight. And I'm thinking like, a raid target. Okay. Okay. Is it somebody's like a special event or something that I didn't notice? I don't know. Like just like very quickly, right? Like just very quickly. Chat! Ah, don't spoil the surprise. Okay. Okay. Whoopin' wings! Thank you. The audacity of this bee. Mr. Hero, thank you. Gotta hit her back with the don't care curse of killer. And the fucking spam emojis. Jesus Christ. Jesse Jings, thank you. Pippa Shrims are when the English, or where English sadly goes to die. Shut up! Triple F, thank you for the 20 give me bees! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Becker Noise, thank you. Hey Pip, did you know where the red fern grows? Yes, I read that when I was younger, and then I named my dog after it. Xenomoose, thank you. Top the moment off with reading Bridge to 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 just for the real feels. I don't think I can rate that. Ah! Why did it send me back to the beginning of the stream? I clicked on my own stream by accident and it sent me back all the way to the beginning. What the hell? Where's the fucking waiting room? Oh, it appears at the top. I'm done. Don't worry. I know reading out loud is hard. I don't remember it being as hard as it is. I don't know why I'm fucking up so bad. And I'm not sure like what I can do to practice it. I swear, I used to be a lot better at reading out loud than I am now. I guess maybe because it's been a while. I don't know. Maybe I've always been bad. I feel like the Island of Dr. Moreau, I did that one, right? I never finished it. And like I was fucking up so bad with it. It just absolutely killed my morale. It killed my morale so much. I cannot raid this. Unfortunately, it will not allow me to raid that. Redirect privileges needed. God damn it. God damn it. That would have been good. That would have been good. Hold on, let me. Manual raid? I don't know if they'd be okay with that. Was it? I won't say. I won't say. Professor, thank you. I guess the only thing to do is to practice by finishing Dr. Moreau and also every Katawa Shoujo rat. Oh my god. If they don't have raids enabled, it's kind of like bad manners to manually raid. But I'll reach out. The Gyula, thank you. Katawa Shoujo was based on Raita's original art. You should read his series called Zettai Shoujo. It's pretty good. I'll take a look. Love Mark Hopper, thank you. I'm going to miss this game when Pippa finishes it. All her voices for the girls are so cute in different ways. In a different way. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty. Alrighty. I shall send you guys off to... Did I read Muyu or Rooney last? Or Urka? I don't remember. I need to write down like who I raid. Yeah, who should I raid? Rooney? I raided? You haven't raided Muyu. Have I not raided Muyu before? I raided Muyu before. I'll raid Muyu. Muyu doesn't stream at this hour. I will raid her. Alright. Ezra, thank you. You're telling me I came back at the very end? Sucks? Sorry. Alright. I'll have to make a part 6 for this. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. My name's 𝐶𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑏𝐶𝑶𝑆. I hope you have a wonderful night. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭 Till it fumbles away, tilde. 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 Till it fumbles away, tilde.